folks, I'm the Bald Guy, and these are Bald Guy Basics. I've got a neat hack for you today in your toolbox. Now, I know you can't see down here below me, but I've had other videos where I've kind of showed my toolbox, and I got a drawer this wide. That's more than you can see in the screen here. It's about, I don't know, it's a good 3 feet or more wide, and it is full of sockets. And it is sockets for nuts and bolts. I've got metric, I've got standard, I've got hex head, Torx head. I've got all these sockets. But at my age, sometimes when I look down, especially because these are just reading glasses, so I can make out just fine without the glasses as long as I'm about arm length away. But when I get close, everything gets blurry. So I've just got in the habit of keeping them on. But it doesn't always work out that way. And sometimes I will pick up a socket, and I don't know if you can even see in this camera the numbers on the socket. If you've ever had this trouble, and where I run into the biggest trouble is not here in the drawer because they're labeled, but when I have something to work on outside, I grab a tool bag and I go outside and throw a bunch of things into it. Then I look down in the socket, and depending on what I'm working on, I might have safety glasses on rather than reading glasses, and I can't see the numbers. If you don't have in your possession a paint marker, one of the markers that actually has a bead in it to help mix the paint, you should get one. If you do have one of the best ways in the world to make the numbers more visible, especially on older sockets. Older sockets, I find, and how do I say it? But the big box store type sockets, they're a little bit cheaper. The etch isn't as deep, and if you've had them for a lot of years, they get dirty, which you can use a Teflon or wire bristle brush. But just take your paint marker and mark over your numbers before the paint dries. Then just wipe it off. If it dries too much, you'll be able to do that. Now, whether or not you can tell the difference in the camera, I'm unable to tell, but I can tell you that I can suddenly see this so much more visibly. And if you want it even more visible, just do it again 2 or 3 times. If you've never used a paint marker before, the felt tip that they have is retractable. And what I mean by retractable, you can't retract it, but when you push down on it, I can show you here, it retracts into the body of this thing, and when it retracts, it's picking up more paint. So I actually want enough paint to really drop on here. Now, this is one with a deeper etch, but I'm going to put some in it. There we go. Now, here's one unpainted. Now, you can see that etch, perhaps, and here's one that is painted. So let me get the two facing you correctly. And you can see the difference that just a little bit of paint makes. If you can't see it in the camera, then you're going to have to take my word for it. But for a negligible investment, these paint markers are, depending on when you get them, $5 or $6 a piece. I don't remember exactly. They actually come in a variety of colors now. This one is branded as a Mighty marker. I don't find as many of these. Yellow is an even better color than white. I just don't happen to have a yellow for this particular application here. I've also got a silver one over here that is great for just about everything except writing on silver. And it is made by Sharpie. So there are a lot of options to choose from. But just go through your toolbox, and anything that has a size etching on it, just put some paint on it and keep you a paper towel. And even if it dries on there, this is it's paint. You can scratch it off with your fingernail, but it will stay down in those grooves. And I'm trying to angle it here where the light will catch it just right. And it makes old sockets far easier to read, which means I can get to my job that much quicker. Hope this little hack helps. If there's a hack that you can think of, if there's a project that you would like me to test, I do everyday things for real world people. I don't try to do things for non-real applications. I just don't find that to be useful for myself. But if there's something that you would like to see tried, send me a message. You can go to my Facebook page, which is Bald Guy Basics, and send a message there, and that message will come directly to me, or you can comment under any one of these videos, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm going to be traveling some in the next several days, so I'm not going to be doing that many videos. I hope that you'll be patient, and next week we'll get back to them. Help our channel out by liking the videos. If you find them interesting, share the videos on your social media account, because that exposes us to more people. And especially, you can help us, doesn't cost you a thing, to subscribe. And as we build the channel, every subscription matters. And I promise not to try to do stupid stuff, waste your time. So I am the Bald Guy, and I'm thanking you for watching. These are Bald Guy Basics. You have a good day.